Today's question is, can you beat Pokemon Crystal using only a single Mareep? I first need to mention Mah-Dry-Bread, who does challenges like this and from whom I got the idea for this video, so go and check him out after this for more challenge videos. Now you might be wondering why using only a single Mareep is even a challenge. As you can see, Mareep is not blessed in the statistics department. Being the first of a 3 Pokemon evolutionary chain means that it has slightly lower stats than your favourite starter Pokemon's first form. Additionally, Mareep does not learn many moves via level up in the second generation, nor does it learn any moves via TM to cover its ground type weakness. I see myself having to use headbutt for flinching, hidden power with the hope it's a type that covers the ground type weakness, and possibly Iron Tail, which you get rewarded for completing the Steel Gym. On the topic of the Steel Gym, that's going to be a toughie, and I'm not sure whether it will be possible to get past it, but we'll come to that later. Let's discuss the rules of this challenge. I'm only allowed to use Mareep during battle. I will require other Pokemon for HM usage to advance in the game, but they cannot be used in a fight. Additionally, to make this challenge harder, I will not be allowing myself to use items such as potions in battle, except I will be allowing held items. And of course, I won't be able to use a glitch or exploit. Please leave a like below and leave suggestions in the comments if you'd like to see me attempt more challenges. Let's go and get our Mareep. I swapped out Totodile for Mareep using the Universal Pokemon Randomizer so that my rival still has Chikorita. This means that my same type attack bonus electric moves are not very effective, making the challenge even more difficult. I named my Mareep Lightbulb because that's what I meant to call my Ampharos in my Nuzlocke series. Whoops. Go check that out by the way, link should be in the description and there might even be a card. I'm just going to put Lightbulb's stats up on the screen right now, and ooh, look, she's holding a berry! I wanted to get some training done before taking on Faulkner, the flying type gym leader. I need to apologise now for 2 mistakes. I forgot to record the first rival fight, whoops. But I also won, so that's good, and I also need to apologise for the recording quality at the start of this video. I had my recording software on the wrong setting, and that's why it's very laggy. I named my rival Toby, because, you know, the channel name. Having reached Violet City, I took on Faulkner. This should have been an easy fight due to my electric typing, but it turns out his Pidgeotto, which is only level 9 and shouldn't exist by the way, knows Mud Slap, which is a super effective ground type move. Thankfully, I was able to Thundershock it into submission before it took me out, earning myself the Zephyr badge. Following this, I went to Sprout Tower, where I managed to take out the Elder and picked up the HM Flash. This battle was pretty easy thanks to Thundershock and my higher level dealing with his Bellsprout. I next went out and caught myself a Hoot Hoot, as my first HM slave. I followed this up by visiting the Ruins of Alph, where I completed the Kabuto puzzle, which turns out was completely pointless. It's been a long time since I played a Johto game, so you have to cut me some slack. Having wasted some time, I went back to collect the egg that one of Elm's aides gives you. What a wonderful gift! Boxed! I travelled to Union Cave where I hit my first real challenge. The first hiker in Union Cave, that you can avoid if you choose, has an Onix. This is a problem because I have no moves that are effective against it, and due to its ground typing, I can't even paralyse it. Unfortunately, this battle led to my first whiteout. I trained up a single level and gave it another go. This time I took down the Onix with only 2 health remaining. I got through the rest of Union Cave without any issues, but just outside I hit another brick wall. The hiker on the outside of Union Cave has a Geodude and a Machop. I failed to record the failed attempt at this battle, but I was able to whittle down the Geodude and then the Machop would easily finish me off. I trained a little and had another go and defeated the Machop with just 4 HP remaining. After the conclusion of this battle, I spoke to Kurt and helped him clear out Team Rocket from the Slowpoke well, with no issues, before thinking about taking on the Bug Gym leader Bugsy. It turns out that Bugsy was incredibly easy. The only danger was Scyther, who I managed to one-shot with a Thundershock. Next up was the second rival battle, which I actually managed to record, yay! Who I took down with relative ease. The only problem was Bayleaf, who I paralysed and then slowly chipped down with Tackle. In Ilex Forest, I collected the TM for Headbutt and replaced Tackle. Headbutt is a 100% accuracy, 70 base power move, with a 30% chance to flinch the target if you move first. This move will be a lifesaver in some situations, and is a significant step up from the 35 base power, 95% accuracy Tackle. The next stop was the dreaded normal type gym with Whitney and her unstoppable rollout Miltank. I started by paralysing Miltank in the hopes that rollout would stop building power. Unfortunately, the paralysis did not help, but unbelievably, I managed to take out Miltank on the first attempt thanks to a headbutt causing her to flinch and the rollout to stop building power. This was a great example of how important the flinching could be when using headbutt. Following this gym, I'd had enough of Lightbulb attempting to evolve, so I went back and collected the egg from the box, travelled back to Cherry Grove City and hatched it. I showed it to Elm and he gifted me an Everstone, which I gave to Lightbulb to hold. This will prevent Lightbulb from evolving. Having dealt with this minor inconvenience, I headed to the Burn Tower to battle my rival and get Morty, the Ghost-type gym leader, to return to his gym so I could challenge him. My rival started by sending out his Haunter, who I attempted to instantly take down with a Thunder Shock. It dealt half damage, and I was feeling confident until Haunter used Curse, fainting itself, but causing damage to be inflicted to Lightbulb at the end of each turn. This was effectively a death sentence, as it would mean I would need to take out all of Toby's remaining Pokemon in just one hit. An impossibility when I'm not very effective against his starter and his Magnemite. This put an end to this attempt. I needed to one-shot his Haunter before it could use Curse, and so I decided to grind until level 37 when Lightbulb learned Thunder, a 120 base power, 70% accuracy electric move. In addition to this, Thunder gains the same type attack bonus and therefore does even more damage. On returning to my rival, I instantly one-shot his Haunter, skipping the issue of Curse. It was then on to Magnemite, who resists both electric and normal type moves. I decide to paralyse it in the hope that it won't be able to move, but it returns fire by confusing me with Supersonic. I thought I was in trouble at this point, but Lightbulb pulled through with Growl several times before she snapped out of confusion and used Headbutt and flinched Magnemite. A few more Headbutts and down went Magnemite. Next up was Bayleaf, Toby's starter that resists our electric type attacks. I decided to paralyse it early like I did with Magnemite. I then hit it hard with Headbutt, dealing just less than half. Through a stroke of luck, Bayleaf is fully paralysed and cannot move. I Headbutt again, leaving him with a Sliver, before taking damage from a Razor Leaf. One final Headbutt takes Bayleaf down. Toby's final Pokemon Zubat is a walk in the park due to its electric type weakness, so one Thunder takes it out, beating my rival. For some unknown reason, this win makes me fall through the floor. Ouch! Once I climbed back out of the hole, I healed up and went to take on Morty in the Ghost Gym. Morty leads with a Ghastly that I take down fast with Thunder. A Haunter comes out and I begin to fear the Curse again. Thankfully, my Thunder hits, one-shotting it. Out comes Gengar, Morty's ace Pokemon. I know I need to take this out quickly. Thankfully, Hypnosis doesn't land and therefore fails to put me to sleep, but my Thunder misses. Stupidly, Morty uses Mean Look, not allowing me to switch. I mean, pathetic. Who needs to switch anyway? My next Thunder hits, taking out Gengar. Out comes his second Haunter, who gets taken out in one with a critical hit. Morty goes down, and we get our fourth gym badge. Next, I caught a Krabby for Surf by fishing just off the coast of Olivine City. I need this to progress and help the poorly Ampharos in the lighthouse. Poor thing, Mareep takes pity on your weakness. I get Surf by defeating the Kimono Girls in the E-Critique City Theatre and teach it to Krabby. This never made sense to me why Surf came from a random theatre goer, but Game Freak does what Game Freak wants. Having fixed up Ampharos, I decided to take a stab at the Steel Gym against Jasmine. As I mentioned at the start of the video, this battle was the one I was most worried about. The problem is that all of her Pokemon resist both normal type and electric type attacks. In addition to that, Steelix, her ace, is part ground type, so we can't even paralyse it. I started this battle with the hope of just using Flinch luck to drag us through, but it became pretty evident this wasn't possible when the second Magnemite confused us. As you can see, the amount of damage dealt to Steelix by a single Headbutt was barely even a 16th of its health. This wasn't going to work, so I decided to leave it and take on the other gyms I can reach at this time. I revisited Cyanwood City where I got the medicine for Ampharos and challenged the fighting type gym leader Chuck. This battle was as easy as they come following the beatdown I took from Jasmine. Lightbulb used Thunder on Primeape, taking it out in one hit, before Poliwrath, a part water type, was sent packing by another super effective Thunder. This badge allowed me to use Fly outside of battle, which is particularly useful. I travelled up to the Lake of Rage after this battle via Mahogany Town. I couldn't take on the Ice-type gym yet, so I decided to take out the Red Gyarados, which was 4 times weak to electric-type attacks. This was a single Thunder, and down. Following this success, I went to the Rocket hideout in Mahogany Town and dealt with the executive inside. The first executive was a simple 1-2-3 with Thunder to defeat his Zubat, Raticate and Koffing. I then teamed up with Lance, the champion of the region, to take out another couple of executives. I headbutt Arbok, leaving it with a tiny amount of health, but I managed to flinch it. Lightbulb is quicker, and a second headbutt finishes it off. Gloom was out next, and another couple of headbutts finished it off. Her final Pokemon was a Murkrow. Big mistake, as a super effective Thunder finished it. These victories opened up the Ice Gym to me, and so I challenged Price. Seal, a part Water type, was up first, and so a single Thunder finished it off. Piloswine was out next. Piloswine could cause some problems because it was part Ground type. Therefore, it's immune to Electric type moves. I switched to using Headbutt and deal about a third of its health and damage. It hits back hard with the Blizzard. The second Headbutt takes it into red health, whilst it retaliates with a Fury attack. This hits 3 times, and on the next move, Price uses her Hyper Potion to completely restore Piloswine's health. This allows me to get a free hit of Headbutt off. The next Headbutt didn't get the flinch, and Light Bulb got hit hard by another Blizzard before taking it out with a final Headbutt. Out comes Dugong, another part Water type. It hits hard with an Aurora Beam, leaving me on low health, before Light Bulb takes it down with a single Thunder. If that had missed, I would not have survived that, and I'd had to have started all over again. The only gym left open for me to complete is the Steel type, Jasmine. Having leveled up a lot since the last attempt, I go straight in and give it another go. I try over and over and over again with the Headbutt tactic, but it isn't working. If I get hit with Supersonic, then the run is over, and I reload the game and try again. I eventually get back through to Steelix with full health and start to chip away with Headbutt. Unfortunately, Iron Tail hits every time except for one, finishing off Light Bulb. This tactic just isn't working. I save the game and try teaching Hidden Power to Light Bulb. Hidden Power is a move that has a random type based on hidden values attributed to your individual Pokemon. Not only this, but the power of the move is also determined by these unseen values. I need Light Bulb's Hidden Power to deal at least 1 times damage, i.e. not very effective. Unfortunately, I determined Light Bulb's Hidden Power is Dragon type, and therefore not very effective against Steel types. Damn. There goes that plan. Is this gym even possible now? I'm gonna have to grind. I head out to the sea just off Scionwood to battle against Tentacruels and Tentacles. This process is pretty slow due to the low level of the Pokemon, but thankfully I have my girlfriend and Gravity Force to get me through. After leveling up 4 times, I decide to give the gym another go. I instantly one-shot both Magnemite with Thunder before getting down to the real issue, Steelix. I hit with Headbutt and Steelix misses. This trend, along with some flinches, continues with Steelix only hitting me once before Jasmine uses a Hyper Potion to put Steelix back to full health. Steelix and Light Bulb trade blows until both are in red health. Light Bulb can't take many more hits. Steelix misses as we hit another Headbutt, bringing him into killing range. One final Headbutt finishes him off, defeating Jasmine and getting us over what I thought would be the challenge killer. I cheered so loudly. Just for reference, one of the raw videos for this gym was called Why Won't You Just Die? That's how hard this was. Leaving the gym, I get a call from Professor Oak telling me something fishy is happening at the radio tower in Goldenrod City. I battle through the tower and reach the exec at the top. I easily take out his team of coughings and a wheezing with a series of thunders. I travel to the underground rocket hideout in Goldenrod and have to battle my rival again. Toby leads with his Golbat, which easily goes down to Thunder. Magnemite follows the same fate, and Toby brings out Haunter. Curse is a possibility. Fortunately, I hit with the first Thunder, taking Haunter out in 1. Sneasel, a new Pokemon for Toby, is out next. I decide to switch moves, thinking it's likely my next Thunder will miss, and I use Headbutt. I take Sneasel to red health before being hit by Feint Attack for a tiny amount of chip damage. One final Headbutt finishes off Sneasel. Toby's final Pokemon is his Meganium, his fully evolved starter Pokemon. I decide to paralyze it to try and prevent it from moving, and I'm lucky when Poison Powder doesn't affect Light Bulb. One Thunder hits Meganium, taking it to just below half health, before Light Bulb is hit by a Body Slam. I decide to Headbutt for the guaranteed hit, and take down Meganium, defeating my rival. Having cleared the hideout, I head back to the radio tower and take out the final Rocket Executive of the game. It's a pretty easy battle, as I thunder down his Houndour. The next Pokemon is Coughing, which gets taken to below half health by a Headbutt. Light Bulb avoids tackle and takes it out with a critical Headbutt. His last Pokemon is a Houndoom, which gets hit hard with a Thunder for a one-hit KO. I can finally head to the final gym, but first I teach Light Bulb Hidden Power, which as previously mentioned is Dragon type, and therefore super effective against the Dragon type gym leader. I challenge Clair to a battle and use the super effective Hidden Power to leave her Dragonair in red health before being paralysed myself. Light Bulb gets hit with a Dragon Breath before taking down Dragonair with a Headbutt. Her second Dragonair is out, which hits us with another Dragon Breath before being struck by a Hidden Power of our own, which was followed up by another Headbutt, but not before we take some extra damage due to paralysis and being slower. Her final Dragonair is out, but our health is low. We miss our first hidden power and get hit by another Dragon Breath. We take it out but are left with red health for her ace, a Kingdra. We could take this out with a single Thunder, but we get hit first with Sir and faint. Damn, we need another go at this. The battle goes exactly as before, using a mixture of hidden power and headbutt, but we reach her Kingdra having taken no damage and hit our first Thunder, winning us the final gym badge. Wait, what? You want me to do something else first? Come on! As asked, I go to the Dragon Den and answer the elders' questions, where they tell me I'm wonderful, and Clair awards me the final badge. You sore loser, Clair. Time to head to the Pokemon League. I head through Victory Road without any issues, and face my rival for the final time. Toby sends out Sneasel, which gets hit hard with a headbutt to put it in red health. A second headbutt finishes it off. Magneton is out next and gets one hit KO with Thunder. Haunter follows, which hits us with Shadow Ball for a critical hit, but goes down to the first Thunder to hit. Kadabra is out now, and I use Headbutt to capitalise on its low physical defence. Meganium is up next, and I paralyse it. A couple of headbutts and a crit later, it too goes down. Golbat is last, which also gets thundered down, defeating Toby. Finally comes the Elite Four, but not before I collected every ether and elixir I could find to restore my moves' power points, and also a ton of potions. I also used a PP up I found on Thunder to give us 12 uses. Will was up first, the Psychic type trainer. His first Xatu goes down to a super effective Thunder before his Jinx gets hit with a headbutt and flinches. A second headbutt takes it down. Executor is out next. Part Grass type, so maybe a problem. Thankfully, it goes down to a series of headbutts, but Lightbulb takes a Psychic like a champ. Slowbro is next, so Thunder finishes it before his final Xatu also meets the same fate. I heal up and take on the next Elite Four member, Koga. Koga is a Poison type trainer who starts with Area Dose. A Thunder takes it out. Fortress also gets taken down by Thunder, but not before it lays spikes. So useful. Venomoth is an easy Thunder takedown. Muck takes a few headbutts but deals no damage to Lightbulb. Finally Crobat is out. For some reason, I start using Headbutt, but after Koga heals it, I decide Thunder's a better option. Down goes Koga. Come on then, who's next? Bruno, the Fighting type trainer, is next, and I'm running low on PP. Hitmontop goes down to a Thunder and Onyx is up. This is his stall, and a problem. I have to use Headbutt. I run out of PP on Headbutt and use Hidden Power, taking it out. Should have done that from the start. I'm on low health and Hitmonlee is out. I Thunder it, Hitmonchan and the champ down, winning me the battle. I heal up and use some items outside of battle to get my PP back. The final Elite Four member is Karen, the Dark type trainer. I take out Umbreon with a Thunder and a Headbutt. Next is Vileplume. I Headbutt it and get a flinch. Thankfully I hit again with Headbutt and it's another flinch. The next hit takes it out. Gengar is next. I thought this would be a problem. I Thunder it to death in one go. Out comes Houndoom, who also goes down to a single Thunder. Murkrow is last, with a 2x weakness to Electric, and down it goes. We're on to the champion, Lance. I save and heal up. A lot. I save before Lance and go straight into battle. I take out Gyarados with a single Thunder due to its 4x weakness. The first Dragonite gets paralysed by the first Thunder, which puts it in red health, but he paralysed me in return. I take it out after a pointless turn with Hidden Power. The next Dragonite hits hard with Hyper Beam twice before I can take it out, and we go down. Damn, this is going to be hard. After a couple of attempts, I realise it's better not to take out Gyarados on the first turn, as Lance always uses Rain Dance. This makes Thunder a 100% accuracy move, and allows me to forego the misses. I use all the rare candies I have in the bag, and go for another attempt. I hit Gyarados with a Thunder Wave, as to not kill it in the first turn, but it's fully paralysed. I repeat this process until Rain Dance is in effect, and then I one-shot it with Thunder. Dragonite 1 comes out, and I Thunder it to red health and paralyse it. I Headbutt it down. Dragonite 2 is out and I use the same tactic. The final Dragonite is out, but Rain Dance is over, so I miss my first Thunder. I take some damage from Outrage, but soon take it down. Lance sends out his Charizard, which gets big damage on us twice with Flamethrower, due to 2 misses from Light Bulb before we can take it down with Thunder. His final Pokemon is Aerodactyl, who misses his attack, allowing us to finish it with Thunder. Winning us the league, and crowning us champion, using only a single Mareep. I cannot believe I managed to beat the Pokemon League with a single Mareep, and the entire game for that matter. Though, as we all know, this isn't really the end of Crystal. If you'd like to see me take on Red in the Super Boss battle at the end of the Kanto region, then let's get this video to 25 likes. Subscribe for more content. I'll see you all in the next video.